Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dave, and I'm just coming at you because I have been in pain for the last year, and I have been in the hospital for about 6 months. I've been very humbled. I've gained a lot of weight. I've seen a lot of things I wish I had never seen in my entire life. And I just wanted to come out and share some of my experiences and my comeback story, so to speak. Right now, I am 130 kilos, which is roughly 283 pounds, and I just got the worst sunburn of my entire life right here. And I just wanted to talk about a couple things here and just start this this video off, which is really about what we're going through right now, which is a crisis of masculinity, and something I wrote a book about during my time in the hospital and the time that I had beforehand that I saw that was pervasive really in since I was born in the 80s and really got hit in the 90s. And then once the 2000s hit, it was a um it was a shit show. So that's why I called the book Welcome to the Shit Show. And I wanted to share just a little piece of this right here because it's really coming together as a little piece of what's happening right now in America right now with leftism, rightism, the politics, the insane people out in the streets screaming at people, getting shot, doing stupid shit that they shouldn't be doing anyway, and it's just insane. And I think we've lost our way as a civilization. And if we keep going the same way, then there's not going to be a civilization left. So I really want to put this frankly and say that if we don't change our ways as a civilization, then we are done for. The human race will cease to exist. And I'm not even joking. So I just want to go through this. This is from my book. I will tag that. But you know, we talk about men and women like they are the same people, but we're not. We're not the same human beings, and we are forged for different things, for different beings. Men are forged for protection, provision, leadership. Women are forged for nurturing, creation, and spiritual strength for backing things up to hold the family together. Together, we don't cancel each other out, but we complete each other. And when you have your right partner, your right man or woman together, you know that and you can feel it. You can feel that bond because it's unbreakable. It's unbreakable. And no matter what you go through, you stay with that person. I mean, unless you're a vapid celebrity who just hops from one partner to another without any care in the world, which are probably just the saddest people in the world. But whatever, we can talk about that another time. But this was the engine of civilization for a long time. I'm just going to go through this real quick here. This is a short little excerpt from the book, and try to put this together here. And then all of a sudden, we had feminism happen, and it didn't happen all at once. It didn't happen with like first wave feminism, right to vote, right to this, right to that, right to everything. But everything just started to rot. And what became a movement for basic fairness, it was hijacked. It was weaponized by corporate elites, political parasites, and the academic sociopaths who saw an opportunity. split men and women apart, erase gender roles, destroy the family structure, replace love with resentment, replace cooperation with endless, hollow competition. And these are things I've seen in my life personally and with my friends, my family. And it wasn't always, so cut and dry, but it is something that's very real and it's very problematic in our society today because we have people on the Supreme Court that can't define what a man or a woman is. And when you ask them about it, they just ramble on about like, oh, there's different gender roles and it can affect climate. I read an article about that, this and that. It's just like where are we going as a society where we can't even like agree on simple biological factors anymore? It's insane. And it's turned into tribalism, and the tribalism has really turned insane. And the people that believe it have, you know, they just go along with it. And it goes on the left and the right. I've seen it more on the left than the right. Um, but it still goes on all over the place. And, you know, this didn't have any quality effect on anyone. And whether it was by design or it was just God's way of telling us that we need to humble ourselves and we need to feel low because we have been prideful for way too long and our hubris has got us into big time trouble, then that's what we got to deal with. So, I'm gonna just talk about like feminism did not empower women. It sabotaged everyone and it hurt everyone. It hurt men and women alike. You have these cat ladies out there that have been single their whole entire lives and they're gonna die alone and they know they're gonna die alone. And it's a sad thing for them. They know it. We all know it. And everyone else knows it. And you can see it in their eyes, you can see it in their face, you can see it in their soul, their aura, you can see it in everything about them because they have nothing left to give. They've squandered all of their opportunities, and it's a very sad, sad place to be. And I mean, like I said, it didn't liberate women. It locked them in with crushing expectations, crippling anxiety, and permanent dissatisfaction. And it put you in a cubicle. And now instead of working at home and, taking care of your kids and taking care of the household. Now you're working for a boss who's hounding you to get papers done and work done by a certain time where you're going to be fired and you get a nice little paycheck. And if you do have kids, you're putting them in daycare and you're sending them to be state run by the state who's going to teach them some weird shit like, and you all know what I'm talking about. I'm not even going to get into that because just get demonetized immediately. Either way, it didn't strengthen men, it didn't strengthen women, it humiliated men, it discarded them, and it told them we were obsolete. It replaced leadership with women, and there are good women leaders. You can't deny that. There are some good women leaders. But for the most part, this whole DEI thing and just the whole sense of the matter doesn't make any sense because I mean it's just not a natural basis to be a leader per se. I mean, you could be a strong woman in your family, in your employment, in your company, and everything like that. But when it comes to family structure, I mean, biblical principles are correct for a reason. The man leads, he protects, and he always wants to be there. And you see the guys out there that want to let the woman lead and this and that, and it just if you've seen them, you know. I mean, and if you see it enough, you know, like straight up. Look at them in 2 seconds, you know. Yeah, 10 minutes here. Oh boy, just keep rambling. But either way, now women are overwhelmed, over medicated, sexually barren, and emotionally fried. Men are disrespected, disposable, addicted, and spiritually castrated. Nobody's happy. Nobody's bonding. Nobody's building anything that lasts. And that's not an accident. That's the point. Because the cult was never about equality, it was about power and erasing polarity. It was about erasing everything that was sacred. It was about erasing everything that was biblical. It was about erasing everything that God wanted because these people or the powers that be hate God and they hate everything that is good and right in the world, whether out of anger or malice or just regret or just because they're unhappy people in general. It was about sabotaging the one thing that makes civilization strong, men and women working together in sacred complexity and complementary unity. Weak men, bitter women, broken families, broken culture, broken nations, easier to control, easier to silence, easier to replace. They didn't empower women, they made them tax slaves. They enslaved everyone. And the wreckage is everywhere if you have the courage to look around. You have these insane white liberal women going out there, putting their lives in danger out in Minnesota for rapists and murderers from other countries who shouldn't even be in America. And it just that alone is should just be just such a wake up call and a culture shift for everyone because you cannot have a functioning world in general when you have that. I mean, given these cases are um indoctrination and it's like this is psyops 101 and all they have to do is just surround themselves with people, not listen to any other ideas, and you're never going to hear anything else. You're just going to get more and more and more and more angry. You watch the same things every day, never hear another opinion about anything, never even take into account. Even if you do hear it, you're going to say, well, "Why did you say that?" Oh, you like oranges, so you hate bananas? I get it. That kind of deal. That kind of deal. And no one has the courage to say or look or do anything about it. We've become more empowered now because of social media and just everything in general going around. And this next part, I'm just going to go into this real quick because this is pushing on 15 minutes now. So, feminism was never about equality, it was about power. Let's burn the lie down once and for all. Feminism was never about making women equal to men, it was about replacing men, erasing men, and subordinating men to a system that worships feminine dysfunction, emotional dysfunction. We run on emotion instead of logic, which is a terrible, terrible way to run anything. Because if you run on emotion, You're not building your foundation on solid ground. You're building it on your sands of emotion that flow and sway any way the waves go or the wind goes. And it's never going to be solid. It's always going to fall. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get too much into this. So, the first wave, fine, fair, logical. You want to write the vote? Great, great. But then you push more. Civil rights movement. And then second wave told women marriage was slavery and children were a burden. Third wave told you that being a slut was empowering and the only real enemy was masculinity. And now we're in like fourth and fifth wave feminism, where like these insane women are out there, are just completely lost. And no one knows what to do about it. No one knows what to do about it because they have built this box of just cultural cultural identity and like cultural I want to say like the cube. You ever watch that movie The Cube where you can never get out of it? You just like go into each chamber, and each chamber has these like massive traps in it. Like you freaking stab with things and set on fire, or poison, whatever. It just that's what it is now. And every time you try to go into a different chamber or try to attack this, that's what happens. And it ends up with people more depressed than ever. That's why the dating pool, men have given up, like, from, I mean, I don't know the direct statistics, but you can double check me on that. It's I don't know, 20 to 35-year-old males have completely checked out. I think like 30% or something like that. They're not even looking, and they've never even had a sexual partner before, nor even wanted one. They'd rather sit online or have an AI girlfriend or something like that. The trend is scary. We've seen population decrease immensely, and it's not like it's gonna happen gradually. It's just gonna drop off like a cliff, and the next thing you know, you're gonna have a bunch of old people who can't do anything, working until the day they die, and they have no one to support them. They have no one to find any sort of emotional bond with. They're more dependent on the government, and I think that's designed like that. Like, they want us dependent on the government. This is 1984. This is Revelations. This is what has been going on and foretold for centuries and millennia. You know, I'll go on and on about this. This is a 500-page novel that I wrote, so I'll put the link down there. I'd really like to do more of these and just talk about it in general. I'd like to put some clips in there too, but the social commentary, I mean, we all see it. It's all stupid. It's a lot of just people attacking people, being freaking idiots in public. And I mean, yeah, I know you all seen them. I know you all seen them. But I mean, we need each other. We need each other. And the myth that men and women should be the same and they should be doing the same jobs and equal in every way and this and that, it's a myth, and it's not logical. So I would like to pose this question to you. Like, are you really living a life that is not only biblical, but are you living a life that's satisfactory to you? You know, do you like going to work every day and then coming home, having a meal, being alone, have no one to share anything with, no one to talk to, no one to hug, no one to share, some sort of, medical ordeals with, no one to care for you, no one to hold at night. It's a very scary thought, and that's the way our society is heading right now. And the larger we stretch away from, more women becoming very much liberal, and more men kind of staying the same in conservative values, then it's just going to be a complete disaster all the way around. Because as a conservative man, or at least like in the middle, like you'd be considered in the middle in the 2000s, like you try to have a relationship or a conversation with like a young liberal woman right now, like you can't even get past the they thems and the he she's and the pronouns. And most guys are like, "Oh, is this worth it? Is it worth it?" I mean, I'm a little bit older right now, and I could see it. And thank God I've met someone who I love and cherish, and I'll be with the rest of my life. But I feel for people that don't have that, and it took me a long time to find that, and I went through like, terrible experiences terrible experiences. And I'll explain that later. And that's all part of the book. Like I said, I'll link it, but this will be my first video, 22 minutes. I'll catch you all on the flip side. Peace out, baby. Oof.